Good morning. It is 6:45 a.m. and we are finally leaving London. We're getting gas right now, and then we are heading to the same vet that we've used before that does health paperwork for Cove for traveling into Europe. And then we're gonna hop on the ferry and head into France. We haven't even looked at a map to figure out our destination or our route at all. We think we want to end up in Nice, Cannes, south of France, and then maybe doing Belgium and Switzerland on the way. I'm not sure yet, but for now we need to get out of the UK. Last night and this morning we had everything packed, but we didn't want to put everything in the van because we didn't want to store it on the busy street at night. So we just threw it in here. So there's a mess back there. So I can't wait to put all of that away. Just finished at the vet. I would have taken the camera, but the guy just kind of like ushered us in quite quickly, but he's very nice and helpful. So we have Cove's paperwork, and now we just have to get to the ferry. We're only like 30 minutes behind schedule, which isn't bad. We've kind of planned for that, so far so good. So far it's pretty much all trucks and no actual cars, so we're definitely going to be the first in line for the pet lounge. We have about an hour plus before we start boarding. So we're going to the duty-free shop, and I think I'm going to try and get a coffee. And letting this one out. It's starting to get really sunny, which is good because we were a bit nervous that it was going to be super choppy on the water. We don't want to get too excited, but we think, because there was only one person in line behind us in our row, that there's only one other person with a dog going to be in the dog lounge. Now we have to hustle so we get the good spot in the dog lounge, just in case we're wrong and we're not one of two.
Attention, moving vehicles on the car deck. Attention à la circulation des véhicules sur le pont.
It's hot chocolate with a shot of espresso time.
Cheers.
I will be looking for a whale this journey. I'm convinced that there's got to be one out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, to comply with customs regulations, all gaming machines are about to be...
We have 22 minutes until the campsite. We might stop at a grocery store if we pass one on the way, just to get a couple of vegetables and bread and stuff, and croissants, and pain au chocolat,
Jam, butter.
and jam and butter for the croissants. We'll see. I'm gonna have to turn this off because I need my hand. So this bridge is 2 meters and we're not 100% sure if Josh is gonna fit. I think that's too low. There's no way. Right now there's a van coming the other side and Josh has to back up that way. We don't fit. you're good. We've arrived at the Hotel de Plein Air, I think. I'm not actually sure what this is called. Yeah, Hotel de Plein Air, Le Corte Rose. Kobe, he'll be right back. So Josh is checking us in. We avoided that bridge by Josh backing up, and then Kobe, wait, hey. We circled around, and then there was apparently another bridge, so we had to go a little bit out of the way, but we made it. Cove. She's gone a little too long without traveling. I think she's a bit anxious that we're gonna leave her. Hey, you're okay. So now we're just hoping that they have. We're just hoping that they have a hard pitch because it's been raining quite a bit. And we don't. I mean, I don't know what we would do if we got stuck in the grassy mud. Kobe, come on. We are walking towards dinner, we think. We're not really looking at maps. We're just kind of walking, and we're gonna see what's open. There's this nice canal next to us. And I think we're both just like ready to eat and then go home, set up the bed, watch something, and sleep forever. How are you feeling after that drive?
Tired, but it was easier than last time.
Yeah, you did a great job. There were no issues at all.
Well, got some foliage on there.
Oh, wait, did I take a video of that? Yeah, I did. Yeah, decorated a little bit, but that's not bad.
Yeah, it didn't feel as big this time.
And we got some things that were loose before, tightened before we left, so that it was quieter.
Sounded
There weren't
better.
things rambling around. We made it to the first restaurant, but it's closed. We couldn't find any hours online, but it is now 6:02, so other restaurants are opening. So we're walking to another one, at least the only one that seems to be open. The second restaurant that said open on maps was also closed. So now we're walking into town. We've been in this town once before, the first time we came over, and everything was closed then too when we were looking for a coffee shop. So this just feels natural for nothing to be open. There's wine in there. Charcuterie. We looped back by both restaurants and both are still closed. We did find a pizza place that looks open, pizza to go, so we're gonna do that. It was not ideal because we don't really want to walk that far back with pizza, but I don't want to do dishes. So let's go see if we can order some pizza. Pizza is done, and we got mozzarella sticks, and we've already both eaten 2, and we've walked a fourth of a block. So good. Josh got a chicken supreme pizza, and I got 5 fromages. They had 4, but I went with 5. We've just made it back. We're gonna have pizza, and we started watching that Will Ferrell documentary, the new one that came out with Harper Steele, I think is her last name. I don't know, I think it's called Will and Harper. We watched the first half, and now we're gonna watch the second half and eat our pizza. We've just finished eating. Josh is taking the pizza boxes out to the trash. I'm starting the bed setup. We have like 20 minutes to go on Will and Harper, so we're gonna finish that and then see where we're at with staying awake and watching something else. So honestly, I might just play Sims. Cove is very tired, and I am excited to lie horizontal because it has been a long day. Cove's outside running around. Josh. It's really cold. It's so sunny though, which is good. It's not gray and gross, but it's freezing. Beds put away. I spot a wild cove. I just got back from the shower. It is €1 for 8 minutes of hot water, and it was almost perfect. And the last second I put my face wash on, which is my last step, and then it stopped. But luckily there's also a sink in the shower with hot water, so I could rinse off there. Josh is gonna make us croissants in a minute. I'm making a coffee for the first time ever with this little espresso thing. And I have vanilla, so we'll see how this goes. Now Josh and I are both gonna work. It is 1:30. I have 4 orders for commissions to do. One of those is for 12 things, so that's 16 orders. And then I have 4 other orders that just haven't sent me what they need. So technically I have 20 commissions to do. So it's probably going to be working here for the next few days before we move on somewhere exciting. But this coffee, it's not quite as good as my espresso machine, but it's as close as I've gotten. Finally back where we belong. Croissants with strawberry jam and butter. We have like 2 each a day of these. It's just so good. It is 7:45. Josh went on a walk and took some pictures. I stayed here and worked on a commission. He also worked before that too, but he just got back and now I'm starting dinner. And I've been working on the same commission for like 6 hours today, but I finished it. So that's 1 of 20 done. For dinner, I'm making pasta. And I'm also going to make some roast veg and some garlic bread. For sauce, I found this in London. I don't think we have this in the US. Heinz makes pasta sauce, so we're either going to do mascarpone or vodka. So, one of those. I'm not sure yet. Probably vodka. And then probably watch a movie while we eat. It's so cold, but it's kind of nice because beforehand, like the first time we came here, it was really hot. We had one little mishap with the bread burning and setting off the smoke alarm, but at least we know it works. From Bremes. It was 40 degrees last night, which doesn't sound that cold, but it's actually really, really cold. And we had Cove all cuddled up under a blanket with us. But it's nice, like you sleep so soundly. It was just so freezing. What are your plans today?
Make croissants. Work. Get cozy. Hide from the cold.
Josh is taking Cove for a walk around the block. I just made a coffee and then I went and washed out my little espresso percolator thing. And now I'm finally sitting down. Whew, it's cold out there. It's like 1 p.m. I think. Almost 1 p.m. And I have a lot of work to do. So it's going to be another work day for a bit. So I'll see you in a few hours. It's boring to watch me work. Still in the same spot. It is 4:30. I'm just watched a documentary. I'm halfway through a commission. Josh is taking a work break to make some tea, and he just went and booked us one more night here because it's just easy to stay in one spot and work, and then we'll leave out soon. The pizza place opens in 2 hours, so we're just gonna stay here and chill for a bit more working, and then walk into town and try pizza from the other pizza place, which is apparently better than the first one that we had. So I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, this is just what we do. We just stay here. That's what we do.
Don't make that so boring.
No, it's nice. It's really cozy. And there's literally no other campers around us. There are a few like permanent, what do you call them, caravans? Little houses kind of. That I think people just use in the summer because there's maybe, I've noticed 1 or 2 that have people in them. The rest all seem to be empty. So there's literally nobody here. So we kind of have a private bathroom. I haven't seen anyone else go into bathrooms besides us either. So that's also nice. Is there a sign? If there is, Josh will read it.
French bench.
Pizza located. Are you veg or meat?
Forestier.
Which is?
Meat. Poulet.
Cheese for meat.
We could go to the bank and
Yeah.
I get credit.
Who knows? Maybe this food truck will be the hidden gem. Okay, so the pizza place doesn't take card. So when we were walking by the park a minute ago, we saw that there was a food truck and they do pizza. So we're gonna go see if they take card, and if they do, we're gonna go there. If they don't, we're gonna find a bank, get cash out, go to the other place for pizza. Stay tuned. Cash only, and they close in 15 minutes. Now we're not sure if we're gonna do pizza, but we're gonna get some cash anyway. Who knows? It's just one big adventure. The ATM did not work either, so no pizza tonight, unless like last resort we'll go to the place we've already gone to. But we saw that there's a bar open, so if they let Cove in, we're just gonna go get some burgers, I think. Look at how this tree is on this building. We're both getting burgers and a beer and a wine and a Coke and probably some ice cream. We've just watched a scary movie, so now we're scrolling to get that out of our head. It says that it's 46 degrees. There's no way. It feels like it's 30 degrees. It's so cold, and it's gonna get colder tonight. So we're bundled, and I'm gonna put Cove under the blanket to keep us extra warm and to keep her warm. Oh, it's so cold. It is 1 p.m. We woke up at a decent time, and then we've just sat for the longest time looking at maps and booking where we're going next, which is Paris. So we leave tomorrow for Paris. It's like a 3-hour drive from here. And we'll probably spend a week there. Let's go do some dishes. Josh is gonna go pay for the last few nights that we've stayed here. And ask some questions about like getting refills on gas for our stove somewhere at a store. I'm gonna go do the dishes. So my process is taking everything out, putting it in the sink or up here, wherever. And then I wash out the tub so it's clean, because obviously I just had dirty dishes in here. Wash it out with soap and water. And then wash each dish and put it back in the clean tub. It's our last night here. We're gonna go on a walk to see the lake and enjoy some sun before it starts to rain.
Maybe we go down and walk around.
I got a rose ice cream and Josh got a
Fraise.
strawberry. It was only $2.40 for both. Cove gets a walk. Good morning from Bremes. We are still here, but we're leaving in like an hour and heading to Paris. And Cove brought her beret. We'll probably get there this evening, so we're not going to go into central Paris today. We're just going to check out the campground, get everything set up, and then tomorrow I think I'm going to go to Disneyland. We are all packed up. Josh is just unplugging the electrics, and then we're hitting the road. We're going to do at least one grocery store stop on the way and also try to buy a gas canister for for our fridge because we are down to like half of one. So we're gonna at least try to buy one. And I don't think we're gonna stop anywhere else on the way outside of the grocery store, and like maybe a food break somewhere. Because we want to get to Paris, and we think it's 12 right now. It's a 3-hour drive. Add on 2 hours for stops. We should be there before sunsets. And hopefully it's a nice campground, and hopefully it's a bit warmer tonight. I think it's supposed to be. Kova's really concerned. It's cute. Kobe, do you want to go to Paris? Do you want to go to Paris? She does. This is the campground that we've been staying at. There's nobody here. They all left this morning. There was only 2, but they both left this morning. There was somebody right here, somebody behind us, and then there are these little caravans, and I'd say maybe 5 of them have people living in them right now. They're probably just like for the summer. So it's been very empty, which is nice, but also like a little bit creepy at night to know that there's like nobody around. Making sure Josh doesn't run into this. The other day I was taking Cove out in the morning and someone was leaving and they hit this water tank thing, that thing, and they bent it. So I'm gonna make sure we don't add. Doing my little perimeter check. We have an hour and 8 minutes until we get to our campground. It is so cold, which is a nice change because last time we were around France it was so hot to be driving, so this is nicer. There is a Starbucks and a McDonald's in here, so I'll be getting some coffee and some french fries probably. But so far that drive's going well. We finished the Taylor Swift Torture Poets Department, Josh's first listen through. Finished that finally. And we were listening to a Smartless episode just now. We got a speaker and it just lives in here. That was completely necessary because there is no speaker up here. So when we would have the radio on or put CDs in, the speakers were all the way at the back of the van. We could not hear anything, so. Yep.
It's really nice.
Yeah. We've just gotten to the campsite. There's one, at least one, but maybe 2, I can't tell. Campers in front of us. I think just one. Josh went to go check in. I always just sit here with the van, so it's not like on its own. And they won't let him in. They're checking in the other people and they won't open the door for him. I don't know if it's like a security thing. So he's just standing outside. It's been 1 hour. They've let us through 2 levels of gates, but Josh is still in there checking in. We're all settled. It's almost 11, I think. I don't know. Josh and I had a little bit of food to eat, but like literally I made, these are my favorite things. Bonsai noodles, curry flavored. They're my absolute favorite. So I had that and a pain au chocolat. Pain au chocolat. Pain au chocolat. And an Oreo.
You don't pronounce the T.
What did you have? You had some peri chickpeas and some Oreos. And we've had some red wine. And that's it. So we're gonna set up the bed now because we're both exhausted. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty rainy, I think. So I'm not doing Disneyland tomorrow, but probably the day after. So tomorrow we're just gonna go on a big walk. And then start making plans for when we go into Paris and what we do when we get there and what we want to see and what we need to do. But for now, we're just outside of Paris in a cute little campsite. And we're excited to go to bed. And there's nobody around us. There's like, you could see people, but they're far enough away that I don't think they could hear us. So that's actually really nice because we don't have to like watch a movie on minimal volume and we don't have to worry about Cove getting a bit grumbly. So that's really good. And hopefully she gets less grumbly too because there's no one directly next to us.